Okay, I think we can go ahead and get started. Well, hi everyone, good morning, and welcome to our presentation for the Illinois Tech Railroad Club. I'm Olivia Hansen, and I'm the president of this organization at AIChE, and I'm here with my vice president, Patrick, today to tell you what our club is about. So as you can see from this picture, our city that we're in is a major hub for a bunch of different railroads. And this is super important because, we're the next generation of employees. And with there being so many rail lines that come through Chicago, that means there's a steady flow of jobs that are coming in, and there's a bunch of projects that are going to be going on in the next couple of years. And you might think that the rail industry is only specific to civil engineering, but we actually cover a lot of different majors, such as computer science, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, civil engineering, and structural engineering, as well as construction management. Our student chapter is also a member of AIChE, and as a student, if you were to join our club, you're able to get free membership, which allows you to attend national conferences that happen once a year. And typically, pre-COVID, we were able to travel to different locations for this. And these are some of the companies that have employed our students, such as CTA, BSF, Canadian National, Union Pacific, and a lot more. So we have a huge alumni network that is willing to help and try to get everyone employed or seek out internships. And these are some pictures from some of the events that we had before COVID. So here we toured one of Amtrak's facilities and got to actually mess around with the controls of the locomotive. And then this was a tour of CTA Skokie shops, which is where they rebuild trains. And then as you can see, we get up close and personal with what we're being presented to about, which is super cool. And it allows us to go to a lot of different places and take field trips. So now that COVID has hit, we've definitely had to change our strategy, but we've had lots of online presentations, which have led to great discussions, and we had lots of different speakers be able to come and present. So it hasn't really slowed us down. And now here's Patrick to tell you about the other side of our club, which is model railroading.
So guys, in addition to all of the field trips and stuff that we go see and all the professionals who come in to present to us, we take all the information that we build our own model railroad with that information. So we're able to use tools that have been written out in books and also use tools like Google Earth to kind of scout out and learn modeling techniques and places to model. A lot of what we do is within the Chicago area. And then we're able to practice a lot of track design software. This might be kind of geared towards civil engineers, but there are many other aspects of the club that are kind of suited for one major in particular. And you don't have to be of any major at all to participate in any of these things. We have people who are the exact opposite of civil engineers and our business majors in the club who do the track design because it's just something that they enjoy to do. So we end up building these modules off of our CAD designs and off of all the research that we have done. These pictures kind of show a few steps of us putting together a module from start to finish. And see, here we have the electrical team doing some electrical work, which is geared toward our computer engineers and software engineers, as well as electrical engineers. So it's really expansive in both the model building and both in the actual railroad industry. The other picture, we're putting some finishing touches on scenic elements, which make our model railroad really come to life. And this is the final product of all of the hard work that everyone's put into building this exact module. We also are able to, because we build in a modular form, join what we built with other clubs last fall. Before the pandemic hit, we were able to host the first Chicago Primo Rail Show. It had about 4 clubs. We filled up one of the larger rooms on campus with just tons and tons of runnable trains, and it was a really nice cool to see. Hopefully you guys will be able to come out and make it to our next one once the campus allows us to have that many people in one space at one time. In addition to model building, we also sponsor what Illinois Tech calls AIChE, which is a research-based class. Students are tasked with researching with solutions to a problem. This is from 2 years ago, and they built a simulation desk for a model locomotive to train actual locomotive operators.
So as you guys have seen, our club covers lots of different aspects of the railroad industry and is a great way to get a foot in the door and to be able to start learning. Does anybody have any questions? And also on the screen is our contact information and some of our social media, so that if you guys want to see more of what we do, then we have pictures on there. So we don't have model building competitions, but we definitely try to look at what other clubs are doing and, you know, try to make sure that we're keeping up with what's going on at other schools and other organizations. And Patrick, you can talk more about that if you want.
Yeah, we haven't entered in model building competitions per se, but we do try to model to the best of our ability, and we have been recognized for that in many model magazines for exceptional work. So we don't try to win competitions, but we definitely try to make sure that everyone is working at a high level. What is our model building experience? I would definitely have to say, me personally, being a civil engineer, the track design and thinking through all of that, that's something that I'm currently in an internship for. So it's something that I find really fun, really satisfying, and kind of the first steps to building our models.
Yeah, and I think overall part of the greatness of having the model side of our club is that students can learn about the railroad industry and, you know, specific terms on a small scale where you don't have to be necessarily out in the field to be learning these things. But those are great questions. Does anybody have any other ones?